Hello, hello, hello. We're live. Just setting up a few things here. Not sure if that's visible. I'm going to be shifting that around a little bit. Maybe it needs to be here. That would be nice. Is that going to work? We're experimenting here. It could probably be... there, like that. Hopefully my working doesn't interfere. I'm going to tip this down. You can see all my setup. So I'm just doing a little prep here. Thanks for tuning in. Hello, hello. To officially enter to be a part of the giveaway, you do need to email me at fragilegloryimpressions@gmail.com. fragile.glory.impressions@gmail.com with the subject line live stream 24. So that way, if you win, I have contact with you and I can send you your prize, your giveaway, your art, your free spot, whatever it may be. So please do that if you're tuning in. I am being ambitious today. And I'm going to try to do, I have a fifth one over here, but I'm going to try at least to do these 4 drawings / paintings for you. 2 of them are on canvas paper and 2 of them are on watercolor paper. So I'm going to be doing 2 acrylic, 2 watercolor, and then if I have time, I'll kind of work on a colored pencil piece over here too. I'm just finishing the taping part so that we're all ready. I'm super excited. Thanks for joining me today. I am psyched. I'm going to make sure this is all... Oh, I missed a spot. I got to put one piece on this one here. I already sketched them out so that I could jump right into color, which is really the fun part anyway, right? Yay, thanks for making it, guys. Hello, hello. Again, to enter the giveaway, you can't just leave a comment because I'll need your contact information. So email fragile.glory.impressions@gmail.com with the subject line live stream 24. And that way, if you win something after this live stream, I can contact you. So please do that now. I'll put it in the comments right now just so that you have it. So okay. With subject line live stream 24. Enter. Thanks, Sarah. Yes, it is my birthday today. Thanks, Ryan. Thanks, people. You're so nice. I'm not turning 24, but that's okay. You know, that would have been cool if it was like my golden birthday on the 24th doing my 24th live stream, but it's not. So hopefully that doesn't affect our mood here. It shouldn't. Okay. Yay, thanks for tuning in, guys. Awesome. Yep, to officially enter the giveaway to either get a piece of art that I'm going to do today or the free spot for my workshop, you do want to email me at fragile.glory.impression or fragile.glory.impressions@gmail.com with the subject line live stream 24. I put it in the comments too so that you have it there. Okay, so let's see. Where do I want to start? I'm going to jump between a bunch of them because that's kind of how I work, and they can kind of dry between each one that I do. So let's see. Any requests on which one I should start with? Looks like I should do the bug. Now that's confusing because I have a beetle bug car and I have a bug. Which one are we talking about here? I was thinking I'd do the background of this one real quick while I have it here, and it's watercolor. It'll need to dry. But I'm going to put down a wash of water first. And again, I already sketched these out on my own beforehand just so that I didn't have to do that with you guys. Just gonna do the whole background in a layer of water, keeping it wet. And I'm from Colorado, living in Colorado, so things dry really fast. And so I have to make sure that it's all evenly wet all the way around. So you have to work a little fast. I'm going to put in some color up above that's a little bit darker. It's kind of out in the grass. I could put it out in the grass. I could put it anywhere, but I'm going to put it out in the grass because why not? And then we're going to put a light green down below. Yeah. Just so we have a nice wet on wet wash in the background. To answer your question, Cat Cactus, thanks again for following me on YouTube and subscribing. To answer your question, no, it's a daytime picture, but there's like trees behind. I could put a little bit more green to kind of show that, but I just want it to be really bright and cheerful on the bottom. And you guys can maybe help me out. The picture reference I'm looking at for this one, the car is like a light blue, but I could make it any color if we want. Okay, so let's put this in here. Okay, that's going to dry just like that, sopping up any of the excess water. I better move this so I don't get like stuff on it. That would be bad. Okay, now let's do the actual bug. And we're going to do some different greens in the background. So I'm just going to put out a bunch of greens that I have over here in my stash. Greens and blues. We kind of need a little combination of both here. Sarah says the red would go well with the dark sky and green grass. Yes, red would look cool. Red or orange or something like that could look really nice. I'll try something maybe warmer like that as we get closer. Let's see here. There's this yellow. Let's try this one. Oh, there's my green that I want. Yeah, or blue. It's blue. Oh dear. There we go. Again, if you're just joining, to actually officially enter the giveaway, you have to email me at fragile.glory.impressions@gmail.com with the subject line livestream 24. So that way I can contact you if you win. So please do that. If you're here and interacting, thank you for joining. Okay, so it's always wise to start with the background, which is why I did the background on this one first. Then we're going to move in. Let's see here. I'm going to make the background. Oh, and actually I had this turquoisey blue is really pretty. I might make the background a little bit different, lighter turquoisey blue than, oh, and actually I probably need a little white. white is always good to have on hand. So put a little bit of blue, a little bit of white, and a little bit of green. And we're going to work in the background here around the bug. Ooh, isn't that a pretty color? Yeah. This is just acrylic paint. And it's kind of a good idea to sort of go over the edges just because make sure that's close enough. Just because, what was I saying? Oh, edges of my sketch, because I can see through it a little bit with the one layer of acrylic, usually if there's not too much white. And so if I'm putting that in there, I can really then with my second layer of actually painting in the bug, go over my edges and fix it up a little bit more, which is nice. Okay, I'm going to bring that green all the way around here, I think. And let's go a little bit darker as it goes this way, because, you know, a little contrast is always good. And I'm going right over the edge of my tape because the tape, the tape is just going to create a nice white border, nice white edge. And all of these pictures today are 5x7 paper size, and then the image is 4x6. So if you happen to win one of these, it'll fit in a 5x7 or 4x6 frame. So it's pretty flexible. And they're going to be really easy to send to you. So again, if you want to enter to win one of these today, please email me at fragile.glory.impressions@gmail.com with the subject line ArtStream 24. And that way I can have your contact information to let you know if you've won and how to get this to you. I'm also giving away a free spot in my live online workshop starting May 9th. Or it's on May 9th, I should say. Thanks, guys. You're so nice. So nice. Yeah, I like these colors. I kind of want more of the this one, maybe a little bit up here, put a little sort of lighter spot in the sky. There we go. Okay, now I might as well do the leaf right now as we're sitting here. Even though my background's a little wet still, I'm going to go in and do it. So we're going to do the green. It's going to be a little bit darker green, a little bit more normal green. There's no normal green. And I'm going to actually try to make sure my edges are what I want my edges to look like. Got a little too much water. When I get in the zone, I stop talking. So sorry about that. Concentrating. Okay, so there's my leaf shape. Slightly different green. There's more of a shadow side because the ladybug is sort of shading this edge of the leaf. And then you get a little bit of shadow. Now it's a little too wet maybe for this, but get a little bit of shadow on the leaf here all the way to the top. And all the way down. There we go. Adds a little bit of realism to that leaf. It also has a highlight, which I'll just attempt now and see if it's going to let me put it down because it might be too wet, but we'll try it. Let's see, I'm just checking comments here. What color will the bug be? I don't know. I'm still thinking, or if you're talking about this bug, probably red or orange or yellow. And this one I'll stick to a red ladybug. I love it. I love it. Keep up the conversations, guys. Okay, I'm putting in just a little bit of highlight on this leaf. With some more definition to, leaves up close are really weird looking and interesting. And so, I want to capture those little like veins and such if I can. Which means, and again, my base color is a little bit wet still, but hopefully this will work. Yeah, that's a little bit brighter. That's better. Okay. I'm pretty happy with that. Yeah, ladybugs are fun. I love ladybugs too. Oh, let's see. Is that going to work? My background got a little bit lighter up there because I decided to put that color, which may have been a mistake because it's supposed to be darker, but that's okay. We make it work. Okay. So there's the leaf. I'm going to do the ladybug later. Ooh, and actually I'm missing a little bit of the background showing through the legs here. This is why it's important to do your background and make sure it's all covered. And I'm going to cover some of my bug just to make sure that I got all of the background all the way up to the edge or past the edge because I can draw the bug on top later. Okay, I'm pretty happy with that. Well, I have acrylics out. I'm going to move on to this tea cup or coffee cup or whatever you want to call it over here. And it does have steam coming out the top. So that'll be kind of a fun one to try. Yes. I'm just reading some comments. I love it, guys. Keep it up. If you just joined the live stream, the way to enter the giveaway officially is to email me at fragile.glory.impressions@gmail.com with the subject line live stream 24. I put it in the comments a little bit earlier, so you can check that out. I'm going to add black to my palette now. And I'm going to mix it with blue, I think, just to kind of give it a little variety. We're going to go for a really dark background on this one over here because that's good, but that's what's going to make the steam really show up. So I'm going to come in. Oop, and if I mess up, I can fix it with painting in the mug or cup later. I'm painting. I kind of sort of drew where the steam would be, but it's not. There's no point in like painting around it because it's going to be something really subtle that can be painted on top in white paint. And so I just want to put it in, put the background in, and then I can put that in on top. That's the easiest way to do that. And the wisest, most time efficient way to do it. And again, my spots in the background can be bigger. Just so I have an idea of where sometimes you can paint the whole background and then sketch on top of it. It's like, especially if you're working with a dark background, a lighter pencil or something. But for now, we're going to just put this in on top, a little bit of blue in here. Now, while it's wet, it could be a good time to do some steam. So we're going to try that. Hey, if you just joined, the official way to enter the giveaway is to email me at fragile.glory.impressions@gmail.com with the subject line livestream24. That is just so that I can contact you if you win, and that's just the official way to enter the giveaway. So please do that if you haven't done that already. But I'm going to put in some steam on this guy. It's a little bit darker because I want my first layer of steam to be a lot wispier and darker because, you know, it kind of dissolves more into the background. I'm coming really close to my mug, which is fine. And then I can go in with a little bit more. I want to make sure my paint is staying goopy enough, and then I can add in a little bit more steam. You have to watch. I'm looking at a picture for reference to make sure I'm getting the shapes right, the movement right, the softness of edges right. Like you can't just kind of put swirls. You have to sort of observe how steam actually works. And because my background is wet still with the dark, I can really blend my edges nicely and get some really pretty edges. Ooh, I'm kind of liking it. This could maybe blend a little more in here. And up here. Because acrylic dries really fast, you have to take advantage of the fact that when it's wet, you can really move it around, very similar to oil, but then it dries really quick. So you have to be ready to, change it or blend it or whatever. If you're just joining, welcome. Thanks for tuning in. The official way to enter the giveaway, where you will either win one of these or a free spot in my workshop, you must email me at fragile.glory.impressions@gmail.com and with the subject line ArtStream, livestream 24. Either way, I'd get it, but livestream 24. That way I can contact you if you win. So please take a moment to do that while you're here with me. This is so much fun. How's it going? Let me check the comments here. Thanks. I'm having fun with the steam. It's kind of a fun thing to do here. I can always go back with the darks and kind of put some darks back in. You can kind of play with both sides, but the goal is to keep my edges really soft and blended. But I don't want to overdo it either, so I'm kind of thinking like that's enough steam. Less is more, right? I'm glad you guys are enjoying watching me paint. Some of you guys are my students, so thanks for tuning in and checking in and commenting and interacting with each other. That's so awesome. Artists unite. Yay. Okay, so I'm going to let that dry a little bit, and I might come down to my whatchamadoodle. Well, let's see. What should I do here? It's probably a good idea if I jump to this one and do a background so that when I go to here, that one can dry. It's all about the order of things and trying to keep things moving and drying. It's not the easiest thing to be painting like 4 at a time, but and in how many different mediums? 3 different mediums, but it's fun. Okay, so we're going to put in a little bit of sky color. Now this one, for those of you that are from Colorado, this is the Maroon Bells. I thought it would be fun to do a quick, easy watercolor sketch of the Maroon Bells, which is a famous mountain range here in Colorado. Hopefully you went and have seen it before. I've seen it before, but I also went this summer, drove all the way there, and then drove all the way back because of the line was way too long and we had to be somewhere later that day. So if you're going to do it, invest a whole day in doing it to go see that. Okay, so there's a little bit of sky. I actually probably need to lighten my sketch just a little bit, especially in the water. Because in watercolor, it can kind of show through a little too much. So as long as I can see it, you probably can't see the sketch very well, but it's there, trust me. Yes, Ryan, thank you for the reminders. Yeah, if you guys are tuning in for the first time, please give my channel a like. Well, give this video a like. Give my channel a subscribe to my channel, where I do a live stream like this every week. This is the 24th week in a row so far, and I'm going to be keeping that up so you can tune in to a live painting or drawing session every week, and then I post YouTube videos as well. So please subscribe to my channel to help support me, help me out. Any ideas you guys have for future videos is always welcome. Yes, Abigail. Yeah, a lot of people have said that. Like they haven't seen the Maroon Bells in person, and you know, even if you're Coloradan, it's like, well, haven't seen it, but it's okay. Again, if you're tuning in for the first time, the way to enter the giveaway is to email me at fragile.glory.impressions@gmail.com with the subject line livestream 24, because it is the 24th of April, which happens to be my birthday, and it is the 24th live stream. So yay! So I'm working on this mountain range here. The top of the mountain is catching a lot of light, and so it's got it's catching like an sort of an orangey hue at the top, and there's a lot of iconic photos, you know, of this mountain range, but there's definitely some orange happening up here. Reflections I want to do kind of at the same time, but they're also going to be a little bit less. Actually, I think technically reflections are always a little bit darker. But I definitely want my reflection to be blurrier. And so when I put it down, I might have to kind of bleed the colors together just a little bit more. Let them sort of blend side to side. Make it look like the water is going to be moving a little bit more than the actual scene. And then we're going to just put a really cool blue, just really light, cool blue color down. There's snow on the mountain. Oh, wait, let's see. There's snow on the mountain, but it's in the shadow. So I want to come in and put the snow down first. In watercolor, you do have to work like light to dark because you want to avoid, let's see, avoid the white areas as you go because you have to preserve them. You can't like come in and paint them in later on top like I did with the acrylic over here, right? You have to slowly work on it. Okay. I'm happy with that so far. And then there's just lots of like purples in the mountain, but I'm going to let that dry before I commit to that. Let's do, this picture I'm working from has some aspens, and that's just the iconic view here. Let's see. Oh, you know what? I think I'm working with it upside down. I flipped the reflection around. Well, that was dumb. It's hard to tell, but the mountains flipped the wrong way, so this will be interesting. Let me just move them this way. It's real, guys. Keeping it real. Sometimes you mess up. Sometimes you goof up. Okay, let's see if I can fix this. There we go. Okay. It's a good thing I didn't get very far. I'm going to let that dry, though, because I'm afraid that it's going to bleed on me right now. Okay, so let's see. Let's go to the beetle bug again. Yay. If you guys are just joining for the first time, the way to enter the giveaway is to email me at fragile.glory.impressions@gmail.com with the subject line livestream 24. That way, if you win one of these pieces or the free spot in my workshop, I can contact you. So please drop me an email. It can be an empty email just with the subject line there, just so that I know who you are and what you're emailing about. And we're going to attempt this beetle bug here. We said red or orange. I might go for orange because the bug over here is going to be red. And if I want to have a little variety today with my paintings, I could maybe go for orange with this guy. So let's try it. I'm going to put down a really light, almost yellow orange first over the whole car because there's going to be highlight sections. And so I want to make sure that that is suggested. I might even lift a little bit on the top because I want it to be pretty light on the top there. Yeah, on the top of the, yeah, that'll work good. Oops. Come around the vehicle here. Have to work a little faster when it's watercolor. I guess I said that with acrylic, didn't I? Sometimes both. Okay, again, I'm going to have to let that dry. before I come back to it. So let's go back to the maroon bells. I'm going to fix a few things because I had to flip it back. I'm going to come up here to the orange on the, yeah, I was wondering why my trees were on the wrong side. That makes sense. I was literally painting it upside down. No judgment, right? No judgment. I'm going to soften, because this one I wasn't thinking was water, I can soften it pretty easily. The watercolor can lift and move. So I'm putting that down and just soften and move that a little bit. Oh, I was doing the yellow. I want to do the aspens. Yeah, let's do the aspens. Okay, so I'm gonna put down, because there's lots of other colors in there, but there's a lot more yellow and orange. So I'm gonna just put down a whole thing of yellow. But maybe some spots of yellow in here. But this whole mountain range, like almost all the way up, has dark trees on it too. But dark trees will cover the yellow. Same with the green. So I'm just putting in big block of yellow. Yeah. And then my reflection can be similar. I might go a tad darker. I'm going to leave a little space between the two sections here. And we're going to do the same thing. Put a few dots. Have to paint in reverse. We're going to come all the way. Here we go. Look at that. Thanks for the suggestions, guys. Yeah, a few people ask me if I can do rainbows sometime. I'll maybe have to try that in like watercolor or something. I'm going to soften the edges down here again, because again, this is my water, right? I still also back in here, these don't have to be super defined because they're blending with some other colors. There's some yellow along this yellow orange along this base, or this whatchamacallit, bank. That's the word I was looking for. And there's some back in here, some yellow orange, again kind of working back to foreground, so all those dark trees and stuff on top will cover. You do have to kind of know your medium to be able to know if that's how that works, and how you can layer things and such, or if you can't layer things, you know. There's some rules to that. Not rules, but you'll run into issues if you Okay, let that dry. Let's go to the beetle bug, or no, the beetle, the bug, the ladybug, the actual bug. Now I can still work in layers, so I am going to do everything in flat colors first. So we're going to do the head, and man, drawing this was tricky because ladybugs are weird. They're not just like a head on a body with a little, it's like way more than just the red back. And so it looks weird when you're drawing it and painting it. So I'm hoping my proportions are right. But I can put down flat layers of this color, which is just black. And make sure I make the little legs long enough. This is black in here as well. To enter to win one of these, just email me at fragile.glory.impressions@gmail.com with the subject line live Stream 24. That way, if you win, I know how to contact you. And get you your prize. There's another little leg back here. Sorry, I'm probably blocking what I'm working on here, but just getting the gist of it in here. Making sure it's dark enough because it'd be nice not to go back and do another layer. But there's the ladybug's legs and head. That's okay, Sarah. Thanks for tuning in and chatting and hanging out. Have a good Friday. All right, now we're going to move on to the red of the ladybug, which has a lot of different values to it. So this is where I need to pay attention to my values. So I'm going to put down just a layer of red first because then I can blend things with it as I go. So I'm going to put down the red and I can see my sketch through it perfectly. So that's good news. And it's really red, but I want a nice base of a bright red, even though it's not that red in real life. It might look that red, or pictures might look that red because they exaggerate them a little bit. Sorry to break it to you. Trying to find where my sketch was originally, because remember my background, I covered over the edge a little bit. Pardon the motorcycle in the background. We live on a busy street, so get a lot of motorcycles and big vehicles that go by constantly all day. Okay, I think I'm happy with that. So there's and that's just the red over the background right there. That's the kind of color I want to get down in here for a value. So I'm going to go in and try to do that. Bye, Abigail. Thanks for tuning in. Okay, so I'm putting in a blue with the red to create that shadow color. This is what's really going to make it look three-dimensional. Is putting in that value, right? Look at that. I can kind of blend the edges now because I have more of a sharp edge over there that I don't really want. I'm going to put a little bit of a yellow with the red that's up here because it's a little bit warmer. You know, red is a warm color, and so you can warm it up even more by adding a little bit of yellow into it to just add a little bit of pop and interest right in that spot there. Okay. I think before I could do there's sort of a gray highlight on the head. I want to make sure I kind of get in there now because it's not perfectly white yet. There's layers to it. So the little head is like right here, has a little highlight. Could probably go a little bit brighter. And then the body or the neck, still kind of the head, has a little bit of shadow on it as well, or highlight on it as well. A little bit on the legs, not much though, they're kind of in shadow. just doing a little bit of the gray, kind of like I did over here with the steam. Okay, I'm pretty happy with that. There is a darker spot on the back right in here. But it's kind of in the highlight, so that's why it's going to be not black, but gray. Oh, Abigail, you're still here. Good. You were saying bye to Sarah. Gotcha. Thanks for sticking around. Okay, I'm going to let that dry before I do... Well, I'm trying to think about the white, though, highlight on the back. I might need to do a little bit of that now, even though it's going to mix with my red. I want it to mix with my red just a little bit. Okay, so see how that's making a creamy pink red color? That's what we want, because then later I can go in with the actual white and get a nice crisp highlight on there. But this is like the transition to that point. Kind of like that. I think that works. That's about as big as it needs to be. And then we'll do the bright highlight later when it's really, really, really dry or drier. And then we'll do spots and stuff too. And a few more details. But that one's closer to done than any of these other ones. Let's go to the mug. And I'm going to give the mug a basic color. And this is going to be more of a plain color, so more of a gray. We're going to just fill in and shape our mug better than I have it here. See ya, Cat Cactus. Thanks for joining. Good. Go do your school. Thanks for tuning in and saying hi. Again, if you're joining for the first time, thanks for tuning in. Leave a comment. It happens to be my birthday, so you can say happy birthday. And to officially enter the giveaway to win one of these paintings or a free spot in my online live workshop coming up May 9th, you need to email me at fragile.glory.impressions@gmail.com with the subject line live stream 24 so that I know how to contact you if you win. Okay, so I'm just filling in my mug here with a sort of light gray. I think that's thunder. I'm hearing thunder. I don't know if you guys can hear that, but that is exciting. Oh, I kind of messed up the shape of my mug here. Got too excited. Ooh. As long as we can make it even. This is the hard part is getting things symmetrical. Oh. Please subscribe to my YouTube channel if you haven't already. Give this video a thumbs up. I do a live stream every week. And I also post YouTube videos every other week. So you can get notified of upcoming videos and things. And I guarantee this will not be the last giveaway that I do. It happened to be a good excuse being my birthday, you know. Okay, I do want to create the other side of this is where it gets a little tricky because I need my shape to be right. So sorry if I'm blocking the view here. Okay, there's the top edge. I'm going to work on the saucer down here. Oh, getting the shape is always tricky. There we go, there we go, there we go. Oh, a little too dark. Just working with some different grays here, mixing in different blue grays, mixing in some more white or some more black and blue to get it the right value. Thanks for tuning in again. If you want to enter to win one of these paintings or a free spot in my workshop coming up here, you have to email me at fragile.glory.impressions@gmail.com. And in the subject line, you can put live stream 24 so I know what it's for. And that way I can contact you if you win. Oh, I want to go darker now for the base of the saucer here. Something like that. I often use my fingers with acrylic. Let's see. Now I can establish more where my lights are. And definitely this side of the mug is bright because the light is coming from the one side. And then it's going to be bright on this inside edge as well. Going a little bit more creamy color to kind of warm it up a little bit. And then that's going to sneak around this way. And it's going to sneak around this way as well in front. You can really take your time with this. Like eclipses and circles in perspective get really tricky. But as long as you are watching and going slowly, can really capture the right perspective, but it can take a while. Okay, I think I'm okay with that. As that comes around this way, add a little bit of gray to it as it changes value. I might add in a little bit of this turquoise blue here. Oh, does it need to be lighter? It needs to be lighter. And we're going to put that, yeah, over here. A little bit of a cooler light. I'm going to mix with my finger because I want to get my edges soft pretty quickly, and that'll help do that. There's actually a lot of reflected light down in here as well, which will make that really pop. It is definitely raining here. Ooh, yay! We don't get like a ton of rain in Colorado, but when we do, it's really fun, usually. I don't know if you guys can hear that, but it's pretty loud. Okay, then we're going to go in. This side has a few reflected, like glossy highlights. Oh, and then there's a little bit more. I need a little more white. But I think it's coming together. It's looking a little bit more 3D, hopefully, to you guys too. And when I'm working up close for a long time, it's like I got to step back a little bit, get a fresh eye, kind of relax, look at the whole thing at once, because if you get caught in details, then that's when you can get stuck sometimes. Or you feel like it's not good or something, you know, which probably happens to a lot of us that are artists. You guys can also, you know, share my channel with other artist friends that you have, or people that would be interested in the content that I put out, because it really helps me if we can get some more subscribers committed to the channel. So feel free to share a link to my YouTube channel, and we can hopefully get some more subscribers. Awesome. Okay, there's a little bit of a more of a shadow color. Now I'm working into the darks a little bit, or the medium colors a little bit more. There's actually kind of some warm, oops, I don't really want green, some warm shadows. The light, I guess, is kind of cool, so that means the shadows will be kind of warm in some spots. Like, honestly, right in here, this goes a little bit deeper and a little bit warmer. That shadow just goes, yeah, kind of like that. Oh, I don't want it too red, though. I can go a little bit more to the green, blue. Man, it is really raining here. Crazy. You guys probably can hear that a little bit because my microphone is pretty sensitive, so it can pick up some of that. But wherever you are, I hope that you're enjoying the weather. and staying safe at home during this weird time in the world. All right, now to make this mug just pop, we're going to add a little bit of the decorative edge that we have going on here. I need a little bit of water. My paint's kind of like sticky. I'm going to take the same color all the way across, even though it's going to be in the highlight and in the shadow in some spots. And so that's going to change a little bit with color. Like the color will change with the shadow. Curve this one a little bit more. It's a little bit lower on the eclipse. We'll curve this one. There's something around the edge of the plate here that really gets in the light right in there. And you see it pop out over here too. Again, if you're joining for the first time, the way to enter the giveaway is to email me at fragile.glory.impressions@gmail.com with the subject line livestream24. And please subscribe to my channel here on YouTube, and that way you can get notified of videos and be up to date with stuff I'm putting out there. And it helps me out. Get more views, get more people doing more awesome art. Share it with people too as well, so that we can get some more subscribers, more artists, more people interested in the content that I'm putting out there. And again, thank you for watching and hanging out with me. It means so much. It's my birthday. No better way to spend my birthday than to paint with you all. Okay, now you know what we're missing on this? The coffee or tea, whatever you want it to be. Well, actually, before I do that, though, I want to hint at a little bit more down here. We're going to keep it kind of a little abstracted, nothing too, I don't know. There's not really a surface here, or it's a dark surface that it's sitting on. But let's put in a little bit of some coffee, red and yellow and black. Oh, too much. A little bit of white can make it kind of creamy. Brown is probably the easiest color to make, but I always get questions, how do you make brown? Well, brown is a warm color, usually. You can have different temperatures of brown, I guess, but thank you, Abigail. But brown usually is on the warm side. And so it's kind of, I see a lot of orange and brown personally. And so if you can start with orange, so red and yellow together, and then add in, white if it needs to be more of a tan. You definitely need to add a little bit of either a blue or a black to neutralize it a little bit more. And sometimes you have to do that. Okay, I don't know exactly what color I'm going for here. Looks like what is it? A golden latte, or what do you call it? Turmeric latte, turmeric, however you want to say it. Or it's a little more orange yellow. I'll show you that so you can see. I'll put a little bit of blue. Darker. Oh, I don't want to lose the nice edge that I have of the mug. It's the hardest part, is keeping that nice. This side over here really does get really yellow, so I want a yellow creamy. So I just want to let that kind of disappear into the edge of the mug because the highlight gets really strong right there. And it's actually a nice little warm, ooh, I like that. Nice little warm highlight right in that spot there, which is really nice. Okay, I might put a little bit of warmth. My fingers are getting all dirty. Have to switch fingers. I need another hand. We're going to put a little bit of warm highlight down here so that we can reflect some of that. This edge of the mug is just a little bit too bright, so I'm going to dull that down a little bit here. Just captured a little too much light, I think. Okay. I noticed one more thing. Where was that? What was I looking at? Oh, the little edge of this over here has a little bit more highlight on the shiny, glossy part of that stripe coming across there. Okay, I'm pretty happy with that. That one might be done. I'm going to let it sit. We're going to maybe come back to it and do a few things. I might finish the acrylic one up top here, the bug, ladybug. So I'm going to go in with my black. And let's do those spots. Someone was saying in the comments about male versus female with the spots. What was that? It was either male with spots, female without. I think I'd heard that before. A long time ago, but they're really pretty bugs. I like them. Okay, then it's got white on it, the highlights. You guys can also say in the comments like where you're tuning in from. Are you from Colorado? Where are you in the world? Please let me know in the comments. I'd love to know where you're from, where you are. Speaking of tea, I have some tea down here that's probably cold. It's cold, but it's still good. Yeah, Abigail said that, yeah, it's weird because they're called ladybugs, even though some of them are going to be male. Yeah. True. Oh, we need some more white acrylic paint. We're going to bring this little guy to life with that highlight. It's really going to make it pop. I have no idea what time it is, by the way. Oh my gosh, it's 1:30? Really? Holy cow. Is that right? Time just flew by. Thanks for sticking with me, guys. I usually only hang around for an hour, but thank you for watching for this long. Oh no, that's not right. That's not the time. It's 12:40, people. It's 12:40. I was looking at the color there, the time on the picture I took. I was like about to have a heart attack. It's like, I've really been working this long. I did go over a little bit. So if you have to leave, go for it. But thank you so much for watching. I'll keep painting here for a little bit because I'm having fun. And again, if you tune in, you can email me at fragile.glory.impressions@gmail.com with the subject line live stream so that you can enter into the contest, the giveaway that I will announce later today, the winners. So please do that. Get some other people to hop on here while I finish these paintings. If you have any friends that you can tell, go tell them. Because I am also giving away a free spot in one of my workshops coming up here in May. Sorry, I totally thought the time was like way later than it was. I was like, how did that happen? How did that happen? Okay, there's some little details on him. Some of it's not like white, so I'm kind of mixing it with a little bit of gray because like this highlight on him, on the black part of his head is just a little bit. Have any more blue left? A little bit. It's kind of a bluish sheen right in here. Okay, not too bad. It's a little weird shaped highlight, but we'll go in and we'll kind of fix that a little bit. A little bit on the head. Oh, actually, yeah, I'm missing a little bit of a highlight right in here. Okay, there's our little ladybug. I'm going to put a little bit more of a highlight on the edge of the leaf because I think it needs a little help. Just a little bit of help. Yeah, thanks, Carissa. Sorry. I totally freaked out. Like, you know, when you take a picture of something on your phone and then it takes a picture of the whole screen and it totally had the time and it's 1:29 on there. Still, believe it or not. Yeah, I was like shocked. I was like, oh my gosh, did I really? And that wouldn't be out of the question for like the time to be like have gone that fast. But that makes more sense. It's probably pregnancy brain. Because I am almost 35 weeks pregnant here. So that can really mess with you a little bit, I've found. Not as much as I thought, which is good. Okay, there's a little bit more highlight on that leaf. I think that helps a lot. Thanks, Mom. It's only 12:30. Yeah, I had a little brain fart there. Panic moment. I was really panicking. Did you see me? I was really panicking. Okay, so I think my acrylic ones are done. I'm pretty happy with them. I might, touch up a few things, but honestly, I'm pretty happy with them. I can't wait to take the tape off for you because taking off the tape is the most fun thing to do when painting. No, painting's fun too, but oops. So we're gonna let's go to the car here. We're gonna switch. We're not doing acrylic anymore unless I see something I need to fix or change. But we're gonna move on to some watercolor. And have you noticed I'm being such a bad artist and using the same brush for my acrylic and my watercolor? Probably not recommended, but I'm washing it off really good between layers between mediums. So, and I'm using the same water. It's probably also not good. Whatever. Okay, so I might go in with the brighter orange now to the truck, to the car, to because there's a lot of shadow stuff happening. And I want my orange to be a little bit more vibrant. So I'm going to come in and put in some more of that. The thing with drawing or painting cars is you really have to pay attention to value, because they're very symmetrical, and drawing and painting that makes it hard if you aren't keeping your values smooth and transitioned. Because otherwise it's going to look really flat and fakey, and cars are very three-dimensional. So I have to kind of watch that. I kind of challenged myself with this one. I don't like drawing cars as much, but one of you lucky people might win this guy, and I thought some people would really appreciate the car, and it's good practice for me. It's a good challenge for me. So that's why I'm doing it. Watercolor is so forgiving. Watercolor is definitely my favorite medium. It can be a little bit more loosey-goosey, which is kind of fun. Thanks, guys, for sticking around and watching. Makes me so happy. Hopefully you're finding it entertaining and inspiring. My biggest mission is to try to inspire creatives in general, no matter what medium you use or what art form you use. So thank you, and I hope that it's doing that for you right now. You can put in a little bit of a shadow color. The more detail you put in to a watercolor, the more you can kind of work on it longer, because you're doing sections that are farther apart from each other, like separated so that they don't touch. And so I can kind of work a little bit longer on one watercolor. Once I got the base colors down, get a little bit of texture. It's on the grass kind of thing, so we're going to put a little bit of texture. I might do a fun thing here and lift a little bit out of the sky, because I think that's fun. Oh, it's Dad! Yay! Yes, I'm making an orange beetle. My dad had an orange beetle a long time ago. That wasn't intentional. I was kind of going to go for a bluer, like a cooler color, but I just thought maybe warmer would be better and settle on orange instead of red. That was the other option. But yeah, Dad, you should make another banjo so I can add it to your painting. You got to fill up that page. Sorry, Mom might kill me for saying that. Okay, I'm lifting out a little bit of sky in there so you can almost see some trees. And then I can actually have fun and put more water down. Oh, I gotta be a little careful because my truck is still a little bit wet. I kind of like that it looks like a stormy sky, so I'm gonna leave that a little bit. But I am gonna hint at some trees a little farther away, just kind of right at the base here, because I think that'll give it a little bit more dimension. Don't forget to email me if you want to possibly have a chance to win one of these paintings or a free spot in my workshop coming up. My email is fragile.glory.impressions@gmail.com. And you can put in the subject line live stream 24 because it is the 24th live stream that I've done in a row. And it's the 24th of April, which happens to be my birthday, which is why I'm doing this giveaway. It was a good excuse to do it. Okay, I'm really liking that, but I need to let it sit a little bit before I go crazy. So I'm going to go back to my maroon bells. And we're going to go into some purple. I'm going to tip you down just a touch. Yep, got the paper towels. Got to have those. Like our favorite artist uses. Purple. Is it just purple? It's kind of pinky purple with a little brown. And this is what's in, and this is where I need to avoid snow shapes. So like this edge of the mountain here. Oh. Yeah, I guess it comes down to about here. It's like that. There's some more little guys in here. There's all these layers. This is what really makes, it's always a little bit of pressure to draw something or paint something iconic like this, because you know that if you don't capture quite the right shapes, it's not gonna look like it. But we're gonna put in, I already took care of the snow color by putting in that sort of bluish under color. Now we just have to go in and make sure that everything else around the snow is actually the right color and deepness. Yeah, they're kind of known for their diagonal. Hopefully you guys can see that okay. Diagonal lines and things. Ooh, the purple gets a little bit deeper and more blue as it goes this way. But there's also more snow, so. Okay, and I'm gonna definitely soften this, but let's go down to the base here and do the reflection in a similar way. It's hard. My reflection can be a little bit messier because it's reflection, so I can kind of hint at things a little more and not worry too much about. Oh, It's not quite the right color. Something like that. Gotta get this little guy in here too. And this over here gets bluer and purpler as it comes this way. Reflections are tricky, but at the same time, it's like you can't overthink them too much because they need to be softer and less obvious anyway. I can go as obscure and whatnot with that color. Okay, then this background area here, I'm going to put down water behind these trees and kind of into these aspen right below the mountains. This section here has like too many colors, and so I'm going to go in with some green. I'll do a bunch of different colors at once, but I'm going to do some green back here first. I want it to be dark enough, but it's also far enough away that I don't want it to be too dark in contrast. So we got some green back in here, speckled. So it looks like little trees, but it has to be blurry for it to read as like far enough away. Yeah, I'm happy with that. Ooh. Do the same thing down here. It's a little bit smaller. Sometimes reflections have a little bit of difference to them in like how much is being shown. So let's see if I can do this. Wah. It's so hard to reverse it in my head. But we're trying. A little bit more black, darken it up a little bit in here. I don't think I brought my water high enough this side. There we go. That looks pretty decent, I guess. Reflection. I don't know. Some of this might need to be softened. This looks a little bit too harsh, like the edges. And I can just brush over a little bit of water and then dab. Just a little bit of water, dab. So, because far enough away, it's not going to be super crisp. Okay, perfect. Let's see. This hill, I could probably finish this one. Maybe. I am working in layers though, so we're gonna have to be careful with what's overlapping what. But if we put in this rocky section, and then the rocky section in the water being a little bit darker. And less sharp on the edges. Yeah, oh cool. I could now go in and wet down this yellow section. I don't want it too wet, and I'm obviously when I do that, I lift some of the color, but and then I can go in with some different greens and put in a few more like intentional trees and whatnot in here that are a little bit brighter. They're a little closer, so I'm letting my water dry just a touch more. And they're, did I say darker already? They're darker, more intense, like this. Yeah, look at that. And they get a little fuzzy because I put the water down, which is exactly how they look from a distance. So it's like perfect. There's always a little bit of something down in here, some more in here. You can just really imply trees fairly easily. This is why I love watercolor. It doesn't take too much effort to plop in a few things here or there. There's a little bit of brown. I could do a similar thing down below. In here. Ooh. There's a little bit of orange too. I want to take advantage of this while it's wet. Put a little bit of orange. Yeah, like that. Yes, I'm happy with that. I'm really happy with that. Okay. I can do the same thing down here. It's separated enough. It's not going to touch. But the color is going to be a little bit... Ooh, did I touch it? We're good. Colors are going to be a little bit darker. But like blended more. So what's happening right now is perfect. We want that to blend a little bit more and be less obvious. Flip my brush around. Ooh, yeah, a little orange where I see orange and brown and such things in there. I don't want to mess with it too much because it is doing what I want it to do. There's a few like tree tops here that are a little too... I can almost put some lines between to kind of get the illusion of water coming across. Okay. Now I might as well do the same technique over here, I guess. They're going to be bigger though. They're a lot bigger trees and more defined. So we're going to just bring it over to where the tree starts there. And we'll just kind of, let's just go at it. I don't know. It's a little bit warmer green. So I'm going to put in some yellow and orange with that green. And we're going to put in and the tops are going to be sharper. This is perfect. This is actually, exactly what I wanted to happen here because they want them to blend as they come down into the water. But then the tops can be a little bit more defined because they're a lot closer and a lot darker. Contrast increases as it comes forward. So making sure I'm putting that in. Greens are changing a little bit. There's a little bit more of this green. With little trees in here and up in here. But yeah, it's the same technique, just bigger brush work. So you can actually capture the appearance of layered trees, but you're still not seeing, tons of detail or anything crazy. There's a lot of dark little spots in here that are really going to make these trees. Now, it can still be very painterly, so I don't have to make these stand out as like, individual trees or anything. Okay, I like that. You can do the reflection the same way. Come down in here, wet this down. And we'll do the same thing, but kind of in reverse. So watching where some of these bigger trees are. I want to leave a little gap. Oh, oops. There's no green right in there. Thanks for watching, guys. I'm getting so close to finishing here. I'm just going to stay on, though. You're welcome to hang out. Again, if you're joining for the first time, the way to enter the giveaway is to email me at fragile.glory.impressions@gmail.com with the subject line live stream 24. That way I know how to contact you. If you win one of these paintings or a free spot in my workshop coming up in May, painting workshop, if you're interested in that. Okay, we're gonna add a little bit of lines here to kind of mix it up a touch. Okay, I got the gist of it down, and now I'm going to let it sit so that I can go back and actually, make the water a little bit blurrier. This little section's a little weird. Right there. That needed to be fixed. It might need a little bit of like texture or something in there. I don't know. Something to change it up a bit. Okay, so let's let that sit. We're gonna go to the beetle car. Thanks, Carissa. I'm pretty happy with them. I wasn't sure how jumping between all these mediums was gonna work, but I was determined to try it. So thank you. I'm excited to take the tape off because the green tape is really affecting how you're seeing these things. And obviously you guys are seeing them at an angle too, so that doesn't do them justice either. So I'll be able to show them to you one at a time here shortly. And then I will be announcing giveaway winners who will win these 4 and or a free spot in my workshop coming up. And I'll definitely announce those later today. I'm putting in just a light blue to the windows. Oh, I need my paper towel in my hand because I don't want it to go into the orange because it's looking too green if that happens. There's actually a little bit of, because it's probably stormy blue sky, I want to hint at a little bit of that on the highlighted parts reflections. And then we are seeing whatever is behind the car, which is sort of the trees, the tree green color back in there. And then we're definitely seeing the inside, let's see, of the car itself, which is pretty dark. So I might kind of have fun and put in some purples and things. That might kind of bleed a little bit, but we're going to see. See how this goes here. Okay, there's a little detail using a darker color to hint at some shadows, some creases, some joints. stuff like that just brings it to life. The wheel well sections we want to sort of put in. I can basically use this color to do tires and everything now because it's sort of a dark, it's not like black, but it's dark, so we're going to put it in there. There's a tire, and that transitions into that shadow underneath the bumper here. Oh gosh, ooh, it's tricky. Precise painting, detailed work. Not always my favorite, but we're doing it. Again, doing a car is outside my comfort zone usually because I've had to really practice getting the shapes right and the perspective right and all that. So it's definitely not an easy thing to paint, let alone draw. A little bit more shadow in the grass because I want my darks to kind of make sense together. Okay. Now we're getting so close, people. We are so close. Put a little bit of blue on the silver side of the bumpers and the hubcaps, and then we're going to go in, put a little bit of value on the tire itself because the tire is not white. I'm going to now make an orange, like a darker red, brown orange to use. Ooh, that's maybe a little too dark. To use in spots that need a little bit more value but doesn't need to be black. It's called the local color when you are trying to get the actual color of the object in there without thinking about shadow or highlight. Local color. There's a little fact for the day. So in order for this to look really orange, I need my in-between dark and light to be pretty orange so that it reads as orange. The windows here can kind of hint at things on the inside, but the glossiness of the window is really affecting how that's being seen, perceived. And then these lights need a little bit of something. little value up above and down below and to the side. It is sort of a stormy looking day. That's what I said I was going to kind of emphasize so I can put in a little bit more of that color in the highlight. Maybe down in the grass, especially foreground grass, we put a little bit more interest. So I'm just covering an area with more water and then putting in a little bit more warmth to the grasses. You can kind of change up the green a little bit. Things get a little bit darker in contrast as they come forward and warmer in color and more defined in shape. So putting in a little bit more suggestion of grass. Okay. Woohoo, I'm happy with that. Those trees in the background got a little bit light or blended or something. So I'm going to go in and do that. Hey, we got some more people watching. Thanks for tuning in. I'm going overtime, definitely, for sure, but you can still enter into the giveaway. So if you want to be a part of the giveaway, you must email me at fragile.glory.impressions@gmail.com with live stream 24 in the subject line. That way, if you win one of these or a free spot to my workshop coming up in May, I know how to contact you. So please do that if you're interested in being a part of the giveaway in any fashion. Which who doesn't, right? Don't you want to get free stuff? I do. And I don't even get free stuff. Actually, today I do because it's my birthday. People give me stuff on my birthday. That's what gifts are, free stuff. Okay, there's a little bit more definition to those trees back there. Okay. All right. Am I happy? Oh, I wanted to, on this one, just blend the water a little bit more. Actually, my orange down here got a little bit too faded, maybe, because I kind of freaked out after I messed up and had it the wrong direction. But let's just go in, and I'm going to switch brushes, finally. Switching brushes for the first time today, guys. That's a miracle. I tend to stick with one brush. My students always ask me, what brush should I use now? I'm like, I don't know, the same one. Just use one big one for everything. I think I get lazy and I forget to change my brush for different things. But you also can kind of learn how to use one brush for a bunch of different things. So I think it's okay. I can paint however I want to, right? Okay, I'm just going to squiggle this around and kind of dab and move this around, kind of dab, soften some of that edge work. And just to kind of define the shoreline a little bit, I might go in with sort of a brown, purple brown. And back in here, just sort of hint at, and this is where I want to try to get a straight line all the way across. Which is very hard to do. Oops. Just to get a little bit clearer of a shoreline back in there. And then another thing I can do is up close here in the water, I can also put in dark streaks or streaks in the color of what is down here. And I already have a little water down here to blend it, so that can add a lot of detail. Oops, too dark. Working quickly. Farther away, the less of those little things you're going to see. They're more up close in the foreground. Kind of like the grass I did over here. Okay, is there any other detail with the mountain while I'm at it? I think just a little bit of, oops, not quite very green. A little bit of greenery kind of creeping up into the trees or the mountains just a little bit more. It's like another layer of trees that I didn't quite get in there. That'll help blend that transition, that edge there a little bit more. This hill thing I'm not loving, but works. Okay. Maybe a little bit more detail over in here. A little more definition of some trees, because I can do that. A little more separation of, I can kind of hint at maybe some trunks and things in there. It's definitely a little bit closer than those trees back there. If you've been to the Maroon Bells, you'd know the kind of layers that happen. Okay. I think I'm happy with that. I think we're going to stop there. I'm going to sign these dudes. Well, they're going to have to be signed slightly differently because they're each in different colored backgrounds and such. But we're going to try signing these again while I'm signing this. If you want to enter in to win one of these or a free spot in my workshop, check out my email. Email me, fragile.glory.impressions@gmail.com with the subject line livestream24. That way I know what it's for, and I can contact you if you win. So I'm going to come in here and I'm going to sign these little dudes. It's easier with the tape on because it's a nice straight line. Again, all of these are 5x7 in size. The picture itself is a 4x6, so they can be framed in a 5x7 or a 4x6. Pretty flexible, and they're easy to ship. So I'm going to come in and I'm going to put my name. Also, subscribe to my YouTube channel if you haven't already. I do a live stream like this every week. That's why this is number 24. I've done it since the beginning of roughly the beginning of the year, I think. Or before, I don't remember. But 24th week in a row. Okay, this one up here is going to be tricky. Actually, I might be able to sign right on that little edge down here. Let's see. I gotta make sure I don't mess up my name. Did I spell it right? Sure. Okay. So they're signed. They are ready. Let's take the tape off and I'll do a little reveal. If you want to invite some more people to join, to tune in, this is going to be your last few minutes of being able to enter into the giveaway. So remember to email me at fragile.glory.impressions@gmail.com with the subject line live stream 24. I don't know how many times I said that today, but just reminding you. You might be tired of me saying it. All right, so we're going to take off the tape. And they're kind of all connected, so this will be interesting. And again, these are 5x7 in size. They can be framed in a 5x7. A lot of us have 5x7s that we put photographs in of our families. You can take one of those out and put one of these in if you want. So, I love taking off the tape. It's so satisfying. And it just makes it feels like they're framed then and finished more when you get rid of this. And this green really affects how we perceive it too, which is, ta-da! There we go. Okay, so I will show you guys some of these. This one is acrylic on canvas paper of a ladybug, trying to do it as realistic as possible, rendering, realism. Yes, Mom, 4 or Dad, 4 paintings at once. 2 watercolor, 2 acrylic. I had one extra in case I wanted to do a colored pencil. I didn't get to that, and it's probably good because I went over time a little bit anyway. But here is the acrylic ladybug. This could be yours if you enter the giveaway. And then this is also acrylic on canvas paper, and it is a mug or a cup of tea or coffee, whatever you want it to be, with some steam in there. Trying to make it realistic. Also, black background would look awesome in a frame. And then we also have maroon bells, more painterly watercolor style on watercolor paper. And then we have the beetle bug, also watercolor on watercolor paper, more painterly style. There you go. So all 4 of these, including a free spot in my workshop coming up May 9th, are going to be given away. So hopefully you guys were able to email me, and I should be looking at my email to get hopefully a bunch of emails from everyone, and I can randomly select my winners, and you will be contacted and you will be shipped these paintings or notified of a free course. So, thank you guys for watching. I'll let you see my face now if you want, maybe. But yeah, thanks for watching. Thanks for making my birthday feel special. Thanks for sticking on and watching this and being a part of this. It was super fun to plan and obviously do with you guys. So again, I do this every week, usually Fridays at this time. And yeah, please don't forget to subscribe to my channel and check out the other videos I have there. Share it with people. The more we spread it, the more people will know this is what I offer, the content that I do. So check all that out. And yeah, am I missing anything? I don't think so. So thanks again for watching, and I can't wait to announce the winners later. So see you guys. Have a great weekend. Bye.